Hello, my name is Shawn Anderson. In this tutorial, we're going to take a quick look at the very basics of computer networking. A computer network consists of a collection of computers, printers, and other equipment that's connected together so that they can communicate with each other. This diagram gives you an example of a network made up of a local area network, or LAN, connecting computers with each other, the internet, and various servers. Speaking in broad terms, there are two types of network configurations: peer-to-peer networks and client-server networks. Peer-to-peer networks are more commonly implemented where fewer than 10 computers are involved and where strict security is not necessary. All computers have the same status, hence the term peer, and they communicate with each other on an equal footing. Files such as word processing or spreadsheet documents can be shared across the network, and all the computers on the network can share devices such as printers or scanners, which are connected to any one computer. Client-server networks are more suitable for larger networks. A central computer or server acts as the storage location for files and applications shared on the network. Usually the server is a higher than average performance computer. The server also controls the network access of the other computers, which are referred to as client computers. Typically, teachers and students in a school will use the client computers for their work, and only the network administrator will have access rights to the server. This table provides a comparison between peer-to-peer networks and client-server networks. I'm going to give you a minute to look over the differences between the two networks. Remember that peer-to-peer networks are for small setups that don't require a server, whereas client-server networks are typically for larger setups, require a server, and demand that the administrator has a high level of IT skills and good working knowledge of a server operating system. A computer network is made up of the following components: a minimum of at least 2 computers, cables that connect the computers to each other, although wireless communication is becoming more common, a network interface device on each computer. This is called a network interface card, or NIC. A switch used to switch the data from one point to another. Hubs are outdated and are little used for new installations. Network operating system software. The two most popular types of structured network cabling are twisted pair, also known as 10-base-T, and thin coax, also known as 10-base-2. Twisted pair cabling looks like ordinary telephone wire, except that it has 8 wires instead of 4. Thin coax looks like the coaxial cable that's often used to connect a video recorder to a TV. Network interface cards, usually referred to as NICs, act as the physical interface or connection between the computer and the network cable. The cards are installed in an expansion slot in each computer and server on the network. After the NIC has been installed, the network cable is attached to the card's port to make the actual physical connection between the computer and the rest of the network. So the NIC connects the computer to the cabling, which in turn links all of the computers on the network together. Each computer on a network must have a network card. Switches and hubs are technologies or boxes to which computers, printers, and other networking devices are connected. Switches are the more recent technology and the accepted way of building today's networks. With switching, each connection gets dedicated bandwidth and can operate at full speed. In contrast, a hub shares bandwidth across multiple connections, such that activity from one PC or server can slow down the effective speed of other connections on the hub. A wireless local area network is a wireless computer network that links 2 or more devices using a wireless distribution method within a limited area such as a home, school, computer laboratory, or office building. This gives the users the ability to move around within a local coverage area and still be connected to the network and can provide a connection to the wider internet. All components that can connect into a wireless medium in a network are referred to as stations. All stations are equipped with wireless network interface controllers. Wireless stations fall into one of two categories: wireless access points and clients. Access points, normally wireless routers, are base stations for the wireless network. They transmit and receive radio frequencies for wireless enabled devices to communicate with. Wireless clients can be mobile devices such as laptops, personal digital assistants, IP phones, and other smartphones, or fixed devices such as desktops and workstations that are equipped with a wireless network interface. Take a quick look at the advantages and disadvantages of wireless networks. In the school setting, a wireless LAN will make it simple to add or move workstations and to install access points to provide connectivity in areas where it's difficult to lay cable. Temporary or semi-permanent buildings that are in the range of an access point can be wirelessly connected to a LAN to give these buildings connectivity. Where computer labs are used in schools, the computers or laptops can be put on a mobile cart and wheeled from classroom to classroom, providing they are in the range of the access points. Wired network points would be needed for each of these access points. We have been looking at networks very simplistically, but for most school districts, the network configuration is anything but simple. This diagram shows a school district in which there are over 200 miles of fiber. There are over 12,000 personal computers, including workstations, laptops, and netbooks, and over 200 servers. Central storage maintains over 50 terabytes of data, equivalent to 3,350,000,000,000 single-page Word documents. All 57 schools have wireless capability. So you can see that the networking process can become very involved when multiple entities are being connected. Again, what we have looked at today is a very basic introduction to computer networking. For more in-depth tutorials on computer networking, just search the web for networking topics of interest to you. Thank you for listening. I hope this presentation was helpful to you in learning the basics of computer networking.